So this was our dressage test. I practiced it all week and I still went wrong. So you will see my error. So I haven't got my score sheet, so I'm going blank here. So obviously we enter at A. We're a little bit wobbly by what I can see. Then we had to track right. I felt that Theo was in quite a good rhythm here. He was very calm and content. I've just got to learn to keep my elbows in a little bit more. I do ride my elbows out. That is a habit. So I know we had to do a serpentine here with few strides of walk over X. Again, Theo's walk is choppy. His marks are getting better for his walk. And here I cantered. I'd actually meant to have cantered between C and H, but he struck off lovely and I just kept him going. But it wasn't till I got to about here and I was thinking I shouldn't have done that. But do you know what? It was a mark. I didn't get error, of course. I got marked down, which was fair. And then we had to canter around the arena. I was really happy with this canter, to be honest. I think when I struck off early, it wasn't too much before C. I think, it was classed more as early, but she was harsh and gave me a 4, so, fair dues on that. He's done a nice bend. He struggles on his right rein. His rib cage is bigger and he's got quite a big right shoulder, and you do feel like that you're riding lopsided on him and your stirrups are odd. But his right canter is hard work. He does hang a bit on me, so we're having to really work hard to get him supple and back. So I was happy with that struck off. He shoved his head up a little bit. Now you can see him here. He is trying to fight me a little bit. I'm having to bring my hand right out and bring him, drag him round, which I don't like doing. So he is 16. I don't think we're going to break that habit, but we can try and make him a lot more supple, which should help him. Bringing him back to a trot. Trying to think what. Oh, here we go. The dreaded walk. So we jogged into walk. He's a little bit choppy again. We are establishing a walk because he used to jog. His free walk on a long rein, he could lower a little bit more, and he could come from behind and walk forward into it. He is not really showing much stretch, to be honest. He's almost he's not jogging, but he's almost showing that he is doing quicker steps. So we work hard out on rides. Actually, I don't have a sand school, so we do a lot of schooling out on the ride to get him into get his walk going. He was unsettled in the head there, and I believe this could be a 10-meter circle. Yeah. Happy with that. See if we can go straight. Wobbly. It's really hard to do a centre line without wobbling. Caught us out. But overall I was happy. So following our blip of having a stop and just losing our confidence a little bit between us, this was my first 90 and I was quite grateful and really pleased that Pontisport put this on as a sort of show jumping arena eventing. So we had to do the show jumping, a few fences, and then we had to go through a gate and a start barrier to then try and set your stopwatch and then go out into the cross country for a little bit. Do the arena first and then out into the cross country for a little bit and then come back into the finish. So the time was really tight and we did get some time faults out on cross country because Theo was so excited. He hadn't done a full gallop or a course for over 2 months since Waverton. I didn't have my curb strap on. He was very headstrong. And yeah, I was feeling pretty pooped, I think, by the time we finished the show jumping. So we had to jump the Trakehner within the arena. Now, when Theo was younger, he left his back legs in the ditch in the arena at Pontypool, and since then he has been really refusing to go over a ditch. So when I got him, we worked hard. We put tarpaulin on the floor, put pole on the floor, done everything we can during lockdown and trained him to go over. And, you know, the sweat and tears that went into it, and we've overcome our fear of ditches now, and I'm really proud of him. But today, or on this day, there was a lot of problems at the Trakehner, which was causing eliminations and falls. So I was conscious that I knew I had to ride. So we are coming round to it now. So I let him, I brought him back a little bit, and then my chicken wings start going, I start flapping, and he pinged it. And I felt so proud of him that he had overcome his little fear. Then we had to, not yet, sorry. You'll see in the corner, we have to jump out the arena. So I was a little bit apprehensive about that because it's very unusual for a horse to jump out of an arena. So I wasn't sure how Theo would take it. By this point, my lungs were starting to scream. They felt like they were bleeding on me, and my arms were sort of starting to die. He was so strong that day, and I was like, I'm never going to make the time. I either would just let him gallop so fast as I could to get the time, or just I'd rather have time faults than 20 penalties, because he was just not respecting, and it was hard work that day. But however, we went clear. We had a pole on the show jumping. We went clear, and actually we did get placed only just on the last rider having missed the fence. we got placed. So here you'll see me struggling to hold him, and then I literally collapsed in a heap on top of him with black spots. I've never felt so unfit. But we have some happy owners. So yeah, it's really, really chuffed with him. And this was our last qualification for the Cotswold Cup Championship. Huge thank you to Toldish Group for their continuous support throughout 2025. And thank you to you guys for watching. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe and comment below. See ya!